Can't get enough BYU football? Listen to Cougar Nation. Mitch Harper takes your calls Monday nights from 6 to 7 on KSL News Radio. Podcast at kslnewsradio.com.
That's right. We get the use of Mitch Harper, man. He's the best in the business when it comes to covering BYU. And, of course, our First and 12 program that covers the Big 12. We have so much to be able to jump into, and one of those is Kalani Sitake. Last night, after their win over Houston 30-18, Kalani and his guys 10-2 on the season. He jumps right in. These were his comments straight after the game. Senior night, all of those things. And, of course, the disappointment of not going to the Big 12 championship game, but 10-2 season nonetheless for Kalani. Here's what he said after the game.
Glad we got the win, and a little interesting the game, but just really proud of the boys. It was interesting. Not the way that I saw it happening, but we definitely did enough to get the win, and could have put it away probably earlier, but just love the guys' belief in each other, and we'll just keep building on this. We know we got another game after this, and so something we can aim for, and making sure that we show it our best when we play that bowl game. So I thought Houston had a great game plan, and those guys didn't quit. We knew that they were going to give it everything they had, and maybe the mentality of our guys, it kind of went up and down a little bit. You can kind of probably see it in the second half wasn't exactly like I wanted them to finish the games and finish the drives, things like that. But we'll just keep working with it. I don't know the reason for a lot of it. I can probably guess around halftime, when they found out some of the news and things like that. But you're in a conference, so you got to get used to playing the game and finishing it off for the seniors and not getting down on things. So can't really worry about the result of games, and just got to worry about what you have and what you can control. So this is a good example of that. So what questions do you guys have for me?
Is that when you found out of the result of the Iowa State game and the team, or did you not want them to find out at all?
Come on. They're going to find out everything. So I found out at halftime, and I think probably a lot of them did too. And but that's just – you just got to keep playing. I didn't think that there was a lack of effort. There was just a lack of concentration and maybe a little bit of focus. But the guys kept fighting along with it, man. That's you have to give a lot of credit for Houston making plays, but we made a ton of mistakes. I think you put the defense in a really tough situation when you fumble the ball and you don't put up the points, and I think it was like 5-yard line or so, and then we got to stop and punt it and then muff it. It was like back-to-back, change of just a change of pace and putting the defense in bad spots, but I thought the defense responded well to both those. It was a drive that got them the score. We were up by 2 scores that bothered me, and even the 2-point conversion. And but that's what happens if you don't put teams away. You kick field goals instead of getting touchdowns, and that's something that we need to get better at. And so the turnovers that our defense provided was awesome. The turnovers that we gave up, not good. So saw a lot of good things. I don't want to keep being down on it, but we can play better, and that's my job as the head coach, to make sure that we're playing better. And it's just kind of weird too that even the lack of discipline, some of the penalties, and even the pushing. It was chippy all night, and didn't have to be like that. So I just felt like we're not playing like our normal selves, and that's what I got to get going. I got to get these guys back on track of what they can do and focused on our goals rather than some of the chippy things that happen. Just a lack of focus.
What do you think getting back to 10 wins in a single regular season means for you and for the program?
It's really good. There's teams that haven't got as many wins that everybody thought that they were going to get it, and nobody thought we were going to get these wins. And the problem is that we thought we were going to get 2 more. You know what I mean? And because we didn't take care of business that way, we had to rely on the tiebreaker system. And so this is a great lesson for us to learn that you can't keep making mistakes and trying to find ways out of it. And although you can be grateful for squeaking one by and making plays, and even some of them being a little bit miraculous, you can't make that an every week thing. If we just do our job and play like we know we can, minimize the mistakes, and I think we'll be in a really good spot. But the fact that we got 10 wins, the senior class, I mean, I think they had three seasons of 10 wins or more. You know what I mean? So that's a huge accomplishment. That's their legacy. I'm not sure how many 10-win seasons BYU's had. Brett, you can. It's our 19th, and so they can be proud that they got 3 of them in their career. So, but this is great because we're in an awesome conference. The playoffs are really cool. Everybody's talking about it, so everything matters, towards the end. And we're ranked. I mean, I imagine we'll still be ranked, after this weekend. So we look forward to being ranked and going to play this bowl game and developing a lot of what happened last year is we missed the bowl game. We didn't take advantage of the opportunity to develop guys during that time, and so this is going to be really valuable for our program to get the young guys, get our depth better, and then have those extra practices. So that's what we're looking forward to getting done and taking advantage of that and springboarding us into the 2025 season. Yeah, I mean, I just wanted to pick up the stinking ball. I think we had a chance to pick it up, scoop and score, and then didn't work out. And then they picked it up, and then we got the ball back again somehow. It was just the ball, the hard surface, the frozen surface. Us having this kickoff at 8:00. I mean, it was a hard surface to play on. It's very slippery and slick, and so we just had to. It kind of reminded me. You remember the San Diego State game we had kind of like this time, and you just have to. That's just part of it. I mean, I saw other games that had way worse weather, so let's just be thankful for the fact that it wasn't too bad. So, but that's the game. It feels good to play really cool games and conference games this late. When we were in Independence, it was like an FCS game, or we were really looking to get some things going in November. And I think this November we finished. I think we were 2-2 in November, and I'd like to see us be better. So we've got to find a way to get better in the off season so that we have a more successful November. But that's hard to do when you look at the conference and the parity and the difficult matchups. It's not an easy task, but you don't really win them week to week. You win them in the off season. That's what we're looking forward to accomplishing.
Tyler Batty had a big game. In his final home game, what's he meant to this BYU program?
He's huge, man. He's such a big time leader for us. He's done it by example. He's done it with his leadership and his voice, obviously, and the guy has so much passion for the sport, but he has so much passion for the school and for our fans, and I hope people can appreciate him. He has a definite future in the NFL. I mean, we've seen him. He's a big body, 6'5", 275, 280 pounds, and so he definitely has an opportunity to play the next level. We know that, and I'm glad that he decided to come back this year and then do it right and help set our team up for the success that we had this year. And I know he's excited we got the win, but he's going to be that type of guy that's going to keep trying to get the guys to keep getting better, and he's going to always be back here, just like we had a bunch of alumni here at this game tonight. So
we saw Retzlaff went into the medical tent early in the game. What was that about, and how much of an impact did that have on him and the rest of the game's performance?
He's fine. He's tough. I think he's just trying to get attention from you guys. I don't know.
Was it his hand?
Maybe he was just peeking just to check in if there's any fans in there hiding out. I don't know. I thought that was odd, right? That was pretty cool. But I thought that was kind of funny when people showed that to me. I thought that was interesting. I mean, we were all sitting around. I mean, he probably had the best, most comfortable spot in the, on the field. But no, I think Jake, he put so much in this game, and we asked him to run the ball quite a bit and to do a lot of things with his legs. And I think he got maybe banged up a little bit. He's bleeding a little bit. He'll be fine though. He's a tough kid.
What is the biggest value of having these extra practices getting ready for the bowl?
Yeah, the biggest value is that we get to spend more time together. We can try to find more of a rhythm still on offense and defense and special teams. There's a lot for us to still learn defensively. We still made a lot of mistakes. We talked to Jay, the defensive coaches and the defensive players who made a lot of mistakes. And then obviously on offense, it's just finished drives, but also we got chunk yardage, and then it's just create the momentum. I don't think a lot of the stuff that stalled our drives were really what the defense was doing. Is stuff that kind of mistakes that we were making. So it's hard to accept or see those things happen in game 12. You know what I mean? Especially for me, I just want to just want to get upset and demand more. But this is a good chance for us to work on it. Last year when we weren't able to work on it, even though you knew there were some deficiencies that you could address, it's hard to do it when you can't get on the field. And so now we can get on the field, practice, see the film, and then actually go out and execute some plays and get in a better rhythm.
Last two questions.
Now that you get to see this every
Here, then
year
here.
when you do the senior walk, but is it different every year? Is it the same every year? What was it out there tonight?
Yeah, I mean, obviously happy that we won the game because that makes it a more cheerful walk than last year. And I think last year was the Oklahoma game. Played well, but I think that was an early kickoff too. So, but I think it's just a good time whether we win or lose or whatever the result would be. Is that you give a lot of appreciation to the guys, and just seeing them walk is just kind of like it's just for me. It takes me back to see all the things that these guys have done, the change that they've made, literally been on a path to becoming a man, from a young man to a man in adulthood, and I wish I could take credit for it. It's just the path that the parents set them up for, and I'm just really grateful that I had a part of seeing them grow, literally grow in body, but also spiritually, mentally, physically, but in so many different ways, and saw these guys really start to love what they do and find a passion for so many different things and enjoy each other's company. And I think they're going to do some amazing things when they leave here and go into the community. It's going to be awesome. And I know their parents are really proud of them too.
Last question by Matt.
Now that league play is over, has it surprised you that the Big 12 hasn't had more teams ranked higher in the college football playoff rankings up to this point?
Yeah, I don't. I wish I could have an answer for you on the rankings, guys. And all I know is we weren't ranked at the beginning of the year, and we are now at the end, and that's all I care about. Even though we're sitting here at 10-2, I know my mind just goes back on what could have been. You know what I mean? But I have to take some hesitation and to appreciate the journey that we've been through and the things that we accomplished. And you guys have seen it. You guys have been here every week, and you've seen every game. You've seen the improvement and the team, the connection that they have to not only you but to the fans and to each other. And you can see that the culture is working, but there's a lot of things that we can do to even get better as a program, and that's what I look forward to getting done. So that this is just really still just the beginning. This is year 2 in the Big 12. Really proud that we got more wins. I mean, we're 7-2 in the conference, and so I don't know about the rankings and all that stuff, but I know that if you look at the teams and I mean, it's hard to. I guess I would look at like Texas, you know, and seeing what they're doing in their new conference, and I think if you look at our conference, it's really up in the air on who's going to win. So I don't think I would just have to say all the preseason stuff. You could probably just throw that out the window on whatever you rank them 1 through 16 this next year. Arizona State's proven that it probably won't look like what you guys do in July. So
that was head coach Kalani Sitake after BYU takes down Houston. BYU now 10-2 to close out the regular season. How funny was that soundbite after I asked Kalani about Retzlaff going in the medical tent? And he acknowledged the Arizona State.
Like, oh, maybe there's a fan in there,
video.
maybe hanging out. Yeah.
I was laughing so hard. Kalani can have a good laugh, and it just shows you too that these coaches, they act like they're not watching and reading and hearing everything, but they see it all, man.
Yep,
they know everything that's going on and being discussed in their program. But I enjoyed kind of the temperament of Kalani, where he wasn't just overly thrilled, because I feel like he kind of set the tone for BYU fans on how they should feel, because Kalani always says he is one of them. He is a BYU fan. He grew up a BYU fan. He understands them. And I think Cougar fans today, Alex, feel a little bit mixed. Like they want to celebrate and enjoy the 10-win season, but at the same time they're like, oh, they were so close to getting that Big 12 championship and being in that game at least, and being in Arlington. And it's a tough deal for BYU, but I think you got to just kind of take a step back and go, man, 10 wins, BYU football is in a much better place than where it was a year ago, where you thought, man, this is looking bleak for this program. And they turned it around in a hurry, and they're in good footing going forward in the Big 12.
We'll take another break. We'll come back. We've got more right around the corner. Our program is always brought to you by Macy's Grocery Store. Get the freshest fruits and vegetables from your local favorite brands and all of the best produce you can imagine from the folks at Macy's. Happy shopping. All right, we'll take the break. We'll come back. We've got more to go. Stay right here. It's 1st and 12.